The problem of food waste cannot be overemphasized. In many parts of the world, tons of food waste are discarded every day, leading to negative environmental consequences. The good news is that composting can help minimize these effects and improve the environment. Composting is the process of recycling kitchen scraps and food waste into nutrient-rich soil, which can then be used to grow plants. By doing this, the amount of waste that goes to landfills is reduced significantly. Food waste that ends up in landfills decomposes and releases methane gas, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. By using composting to reduce food waste, we can significantly reduce our carbon footprint and mitigate climate change effects. Additionally, composting helps to improve soil health, reducing the need for harmful chemicals and pesticides that harm the environment. In this video, we will explore how food waste composting can help the environment and discuss the benefits of composting for individuals, communities, and the wider world. Join us as we discover how to make a difference by composting your food waste. Food waste is a global problem that is damaging our environment and economy. According to the United Nations, 1/3 of all food produced is wasted, which amounts to 1.3 billion metric tons of food annually, and that is enough food to feed millions of people. In the United States alone, 30 to 40% of the food supply is wasted, which equates to $218 billion in economic losses, 21% of landfill volume, and 19% of greenhouse gas emissions, making food waste the largest contributor to landfills. Landfills account for 16% of methane emissions, a significant contributor to climate change. However, composting food waste creates a solution by reducing the amount of food waste in landfills, and as a result, less methane is produced. Composting returns valuable nutrients to the soil because it provides essential nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, enhancing soil fertility. In addition, compost helps plants absorb nutrients and water effectively, resulting in healthier plants that require less fertilizer and water. Composting food waste also helps to conserve natural resources. By reducing the amount of food waste in the landfill, we also reduce the amount of plastic required for food packaging, transportation, and storage. Composting also decreases the amount of fertilizers and pesticides required for commercial agriculture, reducing the amount of water required and the runoff pollution caused by these chemicals. Moreover, composting can save municipalities and businesses thousands of dollars. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, composting can save businesses up to $1,500 per year in waste haulage cost, and municipalities can save up to 33% of waste management costs. Composting can also create job opportunities. For every 1,000 tons of composted material, 5 to 10 new jobs are created. This is because composting requires skilled workers to maintain equipment and ensure that the composting process runs efficiently. In conclusion, composting is a practical solution to food waste, and it has a positive impact on the environment, economy, and society. Composting reduces the amount of food waste in landfills, decreases the amount of methane gas released and natural resources required, saves money, and creates job opportunities. By composting, we can reduce the amount of food waste, conserve resources, and improve the quality of life for generations to come. In conclusion, food waste composting is a simple yet effective solution to reduce the amount of organic waste that ends up in landfills and contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. By composting our food scraps and other organic materials, we can not only reduce the amount of waste but also create nutrient-rich soil that can be used to grow more plants, which in turn absorb more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere.
Waste management is a crucial component in the fight against climate change. With our planet facing unprecedented environmental challenges, it's become increasingly important to find sustainable solutions to our waste problem. In this video, we explore how proper waste management contributes to climate change mitigation. At the heart of the issue is the fact that waste produces greenhouse gases. When organic materials break down in landfills, they release methane, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. However, by implementing effective waste management practices such as composting and recycling, we can significantly reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills and reduce the amount of greenhouse gases produced. We'll explore the various technologies and systems that have been developed to achieve this, such as anaerobic digestion, which produces biogas and organic fertilizers, and the use of waste-to-energy facilities, which can convert waste to electricity. We'll also delve into the importance of education and community outreach in promoting sustainable waste management practices. By embracing sustainable waste management practices, we can make a meaningful contribution to mitigating climate change. Through this video, we aim to educate and inspire individuals and communities to take action and do their part in building a greener, cleaner future for generations to come. Waste management plays a crucial role in mitigating climate change. It is estimated that global waste generation will increase by 70 by 2050, with a projected 3-4 billion tons of waste generated annually. However, only around 13.5% of global waste is currently recycled, with 5 billion tons of waste being sent to landfills every year. This results in significant greenhouse gas emissions, with landfills producing approximately 15% of global methane emissions. In addition, waste burned in incinerators releases harmful pollutants such as carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides, contributing to air pollution and climate change. Efficient waste management strategies such as waste reduction, recycling, composting, and energy recovery can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate climate change. For instance, recycling just 1 ton of paper can save up to 17 trees, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by over 3 tons. Similarly, composting organic waste can also reduce methane emissions while improving soil quality, leading to better carbon sequestration in soils. Moreover, waste-to-energy (WTE) technologies can also be used to recover energy from waste. Advanced technologies such as gasification and pyrolysis can convert waste into syngas or biofuels, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and offering a renewable source of energy. WTE facilities offer a more sustainable alternative to landfills, reducing methane emissions while producing energy that can be used for electricity generation or heating. Lastly, waste management can also contribute to climate change adaptation by reducing the risk of disasters such as flooding and soil erosion. Proper waste management strategies can prevent waste from blocking drainage systems or causing soil erosion, hence reducing the risk of flash floods and landslides. In conclusion, waste management is a critical part of climate change mitigation, and implementing efficient waste management strategies is paramount to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting our planet. By embracing recycling, composting, and waste-to-energy technologies, we can significantly reduce our carbon footprint and contribute to a sustainable future. In conclusion, waste management plays a crucial role in mitigating climate change. Through waste reduction, recycling, and proper disposal methods, we can significantly reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions generated from waste. Landfills are responsible for a significant portion of these emissions, making waste reduction initiatives, such as composting and incineration, all the more important. However, reducing waste on an individual level is just as vital.
In a world where plastic is everywhere, it's easy to ignore the impact it has on the environment. But as the damage becomes more and more apparent, People around the world are beginning to take action and reduce plastic waste. The stats are staggering. Every year, over 8 million tons of plastic end up in the oceans, harming marine life and polluting our natural treasure. But it's not just the oceans that suffer. Plastic waste harms ecosystems, damages soil quality, and contributes to global warming. Reducing plastic waste means taking a serious look at our consumption habits. It means getting creative with our solutions to reduce waste, from using refillable water bottles to implementing policies that encourage manufacturers to reduce plastic packaging. In this video, we'll explore the impact of plastic waste on our planet and highlight the innovative solutions being developed to address this critical problem. We'll hear from experts in the field, as well as individuals and organizations who are leading the way in creating a more eco-friendly world. It's time to take action. Join us on this journey towards reducing plastic waste for environmental protection. The impact of plastic on our environment cannot be underestimated. It's estimated that by the year 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. That's an alarming statistic. Plastic waste is one of the biggest environmental challenges we face, as it takes centuries to decompose and releases toxic chemicals into our air, water, and soil. Plastic waste poses a threat to the marine ecosystem, and it's estimated that more than 280 marine species are affected by it. Minus 3,450. We need to act swiftly and take concrete steps to reduce plastic waste and protect our environment. The first step towards reducing plastic waste is to minimize our use of single-use plastic items. These items, such as straws, plastic bags, and water bottles, comprise a significant portion of plastic waste. It's estimated that more than 8.3 billion tons of plastic have been produced since its invention, and nearly 80 of this plastic ends up in landfills or the natural environment. By bringing a reusable water bottle, shopping bag, and coffee cup, we can drastically reduce our use of single-use plastics. Another way to minimize plastic waste is by recycling. Unfortunately, only 9% of the plastic waste that has been produced has been recycled. Recycling is an effective way to turn plastic waste into valuable resources and reduce our dependence on virgin materials. By choosing to recycle, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 2.5 times and save energy. It's essential to separate our recyclable materials from other wastes and ensure that they are disposed of correctly. Plastic waste is a severe environmental challenge, and reducing it requires a collective effort. Numerous countries have developed policies to manage plastic waste, such as banning single-use plastic bags, straws, and utensils. It's imperative that we support these initiatives and encourage lawmakers to implement even more effective policies that can help reduce plastic waste. Furthermore, we can also volunteer for beach cleanups and educational programs to raise awareness about the dangers of plastic waste and promote more sustainable behaviors. In conclusion, the impact of plastic waste on our environment is undeniable. By taking small steps such as reducing our use of single-use plastic items, recycling, supporting policies and initiatives, and volunteering for cleanups and educational programs, we can all make a big difference. We owe it to ourselves and future generations to take action and protect our environment from the consequences of plastic waste. In conclusion, reducing plastic waste is a crucial factor in protecting our environment. Through conscious efforts, we can significantly reduce the amount of plastic waste that ends up in landfills and oceans. This can be achieved through various methods, such as reusing plastic items, reducing plastic consumption, and recycling plastics. In addition, policymakers have a significant role to play in implementing regulations that discourage the production and use of single-use plastic items. Many companies are also starting to embrace sustainable practices that reduce their plastic waste and carbon footprint. As consumers, we have the power to drive change by demanding that companies adopt more sustainable practices and by taking individual actions that promote environmental protection. We need to educate ourselves and others about the harms of plastic waste, and take steps towards a more sustainable future.
In today's world, the role of technology has become increasingly important in managing waste effectively. With growing population and rapid urbanization, The amount of waste generated is outpacing the capabilities of traditional waste management practices. In response, we are turning to technology to develop innovative, sustainable waste management solutions. From smart bins that can notify authorities when they need to be emptied to advanced waste-to-energy conversion technologies, technology is rapidly improving the way we manage waste. Innovative technologies like IoT sensors and cloud data computing are being applied across the entire waste management chain, from collection to disposal. These technologies are helping to reduce waste, save energy, and improve efficiencies in the waste management process. They not only help to collect and sort waste effectively, but also provide valuable data to help authorities plan for the future. With the world facing increasing environmental challenges, it has become more important than ever to find innovative solutions to manage waste. Technology holds great promise in helping us to achieve sustainable waste management practices and to build a cleaner, more environmentally conscious society. The role of technology in enhancing waste management practices has never been more important than it is today. The world population is growing at an unprecedented rate, and with it comes an increase in the amount of waste produced. In fact, according to the World Bank, the global waste generation is expected to reach 340 billion tons by 2050. That's a significant jump from the current world waste production, which stands at 201 billion tons. This exponential increase in waste production requires a more efficient and effective approach to waste management, which is where technology comes in. Various technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, and big data analytics have revolutionized waste management practices. For example, in smart waste management systems, waste bins are equipped with IoT sensors that can detect the fill levels and send alerts to the waste collection team when it's time to empty them. According to research conducted by Markets and Markets, the global smart waste management market size is expected to grow from $0.08 billion in 2016 to $37 billion by 2021. The use of AI in waste management also presents a significant opportunity to enhance waste management practices. AI-powered waste sorting systems can sort different types of waste more accurately and efficiently. Research conducted by Meticulous Market Research Private Limited shows that the global AI in waste management market size is projected to reach $41 billion by 2027, growing at a CAGR of 22.1. Apart from the mentioned technologies, waste-to-energy, WTE, technologies have also gained momentum in recent times, owing to the growing need for renewable energy sources. WTE technologies harness the energy contained in waste materials and convert it into electricity or heat. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, modern WTE technologies could potentially supply up to 20% of the world's electricity demand. Furthermore, digital platforms have also contributed significantly to waste management practices. For example, recycling platforms such as Loop and TerraCycle facilitate the recycling of different waste materials by creating a digital marketplace that allows consumers, businesses, and waste collection companies to exchange and recycle waste. TerraCycle has recycled over 8 billion pieces of waste by partnering with global companies such as Procter & Gamble and Unilever. In conclusion, the role of technology in enhancing waste management practices is crucial if we are to manage the growing amount of waste produced globally. Technologies such as AI, IoT, big data analytics, and waste-to-energy have already made significant strides in this sector. Moreover, digital recycling platforms are also playing a vital role in promoting sustainable waste management practices. With further advancements in technology and increasing global adoption, it's safe to say that the future of waste management looks bright.
Environmental hazards are everywhere, from our air to our water and even to the products we use daily. But one hazard that often goes unnoticed is hazardous waste. As businesses and individuals, it is our responsibility to ensure proper hazardous waste disposal to prevent harm to our environment and human health. In this video, we will dive deep into the importance of proper hazardous waste disposal and the consequences of neglecting it. With the help of experts, we will understand the various types of hazardous wastes and how they can be disposed of safely without harming the environment. We will also showcase the risks associated with hazardous waste exposure, both short and long term. The video will cover the regulations and guidelines that are in place to ensure proper hazardous waste disposal and how to comply with them. It will also highlight the benefits of proper hazardous waste disposal, including the protection of human health, reduced environmental pollution, and cost-saving opportunities for businesses. Join us as we explore why proper hazardous waste disposal is crucial for a healthier planet and a safer future. Proper hazardous waste disposal is an issue of paramount importance in today's world. The potential hazards of improper disposal of hazardous waste are significant, both for human health and the environment. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the United States generated around 262 million tons of hazardous waste in 2015. Shockingly, only 3 of this total hazardous waste was properly managed. The remaining 97 was either illegally dumped, burned, or disposed of in a way that put human health and the environment at risk. This improper hazardous waste disposal has had an adverse effect on the environment, leading to soil contamination, groundwater pollution, and air pollution. It also has a cumulative effect, results of which can be seen in the increase of chronic and life-threatening diseases in several communities. Numerous cancer cases and respiratory problems have been attributed to toxic fumes released from hazardous waste. With the implementation of proper hazardous waste disposal techniques, we can avert these statistics. By ensuring that hazardous waste is treated appropriately, we can create a safe, healthy, and sustainable future. This could help to avoid the long-term costs of pollution cleanup, which are enormously high and significantly affect our economy. In conclusion, it is important to understand the essentiality of proper hazardous waste disposal. Improper disposal can lead to long-term harmful consequences to our environment and human health. This is why it is crucial to take responsibility for our waste and encourage businesses and customers towards sustainable waste management practices. Proper hazardous waste disposal is vital in protecting our environment, economy, and most importantly,
the trailer for a video script about waste management in developing countries is an eye-opening experience that takes viewers on a journey to discover the challenges and solutions of waste management in different parts of the world. The trailer presents the harsh reality of living in an environment where waste management is an afterthought. It shows the heartbreaking images of trash lying around in the streets, overflowing landfills and polluted waterways. However, amidst the chaos and despair, there is hope. The video offers solutions that have been implemented in some countries to tackle this pressing issue. It showcases how communities have come together to collect and properly dispose of waste, promote recycling and upcycling initiatives, and utilize innovative technologies to manage waste. The trailer also highlights the challenges that still exist, such as lack of funding, inadequate infrastructure, and lack of awareness among communities. Overall, the video trailer emphasizes the importance of waste management in developing countries and the need to find sustainable solutions that will preserve the environment and improve the lives of people in these areas. Waste management in developing countries is a critical issue that has a significant impact on the health and well-being of millions of people. According to the World Bank, more than 90% of waste generated in low-income countries is openly dumped or burned in uncontrolled landfills, causing air, water, and soil pollution. In fact, it is estimated that developing countries produce 3 times more waste than developed countries. This waste crisis is compounded by rapidly increasing urbanization, which puts immense pressure on existing infrastructure and services. One of the main challenges of waste management in developing countries is the lack of funds and resources to manage and dispose of waste effectively. This often results in inadequate collection, transportation, and disposal of waste, leading to public health hazards and environmental degradation. In many cases, Waste is left to accumulate in open areas, creating a breeding ground for pests and diseases. Another major challenge is the lack of awareness and education about proper waste management practices. Many people, particularly in low-income areas, do not understand the consequences of improper waste disposal and lack the knowledge of how to manage waste properly. This often results in illegal dumping and littering, further exacerbating the waste crisis. Despite these challenges, there are solutions being implemented to address the waste management crisis in developing countries. For example, initiatives such as waste separation and recycling programs are becoming increasingly common, helping to divert waste from landfills and reduce overall waste volumes. Governments and NGOs are also investing in waste management infrastructure, including waste-to-energy plants, to combat the negative environmental impacts of waste. Moreover, innovative solutions such as community-based composting and waste pickers have been effective in some developing countries. In India, for example, informal waste pickers have been integrated into the formal waste management system, providing economic opportunities and contributing to waste reduction and recycling. In conclusion, waste management is a significant challenge for developing countries, but it is not insurmountable. Key solutions include increased funding, education, and infrastructure, along with the implementation of innovative waste management practices. By tackling waste management as a priority, developing countries can create healthier and more sustainable communities for their citizens. In conclusion, waste management is a critical issue facing developing countries today, and it requires a commitment from all stakeholders to address the challenges and implement sustainable solutions. Governments must take the lead in formulating policies that promote waste reduction, proper disposal, and recycling. Local communities also play a critical role in managing waste by embracing environmentally sound practices such as composting, reusing, and recycling. Private sector players, such as waste management companies, can leverage technology and innovation to create sustainable solutions for waste management. Additionally, education and awareness programs can help change people's attitudes and behavior towards waste management. Developing countries need to adopt a circular economy approach where waste is seen as a resource and not a problem. Overall, by embracing sustainable practices and investing in waste management infrastructure and technology, developing countries can create cleaner, healthier, and more.
Welcome to our video on the Zero Waste Lifestyle Steps Towards Environmental Protection. In today's world, it's vital that we take necessary initiatives toward the protection of our planet. Our way of living has a significant impact on the environment, and the zero waste lifestyle is a step in the right direction to reduce our carbon footprint. The approach involves decreasing one's consumption of energy, food, and materials to reduce waste to the minimum. As we embark on this journey towards sustainability, we will discover how to make choices that impact positively on our planet, community, and most importantly our health. In this video, we will explore different habits that you can adopt in your daily life to reduce waste effectively. We will discover how to replace disposable plastics with more sustainable alternatives, why composting is essential, and why making conscious decisions regarding the products we buy is crucial. Going zero waste does not mean sacrificing convenience or style. We will learn that recycling is merely a start and that the journey for sustainability is continual. Join us as we show you practical steps towards environmental protection in this zero waste lifestyle video. The world is facing a serious environmental crisis, and it's time for us to take action. We must adopt a zero-waste lifestyle to reduce the burden of waste we dump on our planet. Did you know that Americans produce 4 pounds of waste per person per day, which equates to over 700,000 tons of waste daily? And that's only in the United States. It's shocking to know that only 9 of the total American plastic waste gets recycled. We can no longer afford to ignore the negative impacts of waste on our environment. But, by following a few simple steps, we can contribute to environmental protection and make a lasting impact. So, what can we do to transition to a zero-waste lifestyle? First, start with reducing your plastic use. By using glass containers, buying in bulk, and carrying your own bags, you can significantly reduce the amount of plastic waste you generate. Did you know that producing 1 ton of plastic creates 18 tons of CO2 emissions? That's equivalent to driving 42,000 miles. So, it's essential to cut down on our plastic consumption. Another step is to compost your food waste, which will help counter the harmful effects of landfill emissions. According to the EPA, food waste accounts for 22% of landfill waste, yet when composted, it creates nutrient-rich soil. Did you know that every ton of food waste that isn't sent to a landfill can be processed into 500 pounds of compost? That could enrich nearly 5 acres of soil. Composting also reduces the amount of greenhouse gases emitted from landfill sites and prevents food from releasing methane gas, which contributes to global warming. Lastly, choose products that are made from sustainable materials. Choose clothes made from organic cotton, buy eco-friendly cleaning products, and opt for products that come in compostable packaging. Did you know that 1/3 of an average landfill is comprised of packaging materials? That's approximately 70 tons of packaging per day. Choosing sustainable products can significantly reduce this amount and has a positive impact on the environment. In conclusion, a zero-waste lifestyle is not only essential to mitigate waste and pollution but also an excellent way to protect our planet. By reducing our consumption of plastics, composting our food waste and choosing sustainable products, we can live a better, healthier, and more sustainable life. The small changes we make today can create a significant difference for future generations. Are you willing to take the first step towards a zero-waste lifestyle? In conclusion, transitioning to a zero-waste lifestyle is not only beneficial for the environment but also for one's personal health and finances. It may seem overwhelming at first, but small changes over time can make a significant impact. By choosing to refuse single-use items, reduce waste through composting and recycling, and opting for sustainable products, individuals can reduce their carbon footprint and contribute to a healthier planet. It is important to remember that we all have a responsibility to protect the environment and future generations. Therefore, let us embrace a zero-waste lifestyle and encourage others to do the same. Together we
Welcome to our video on eco-friendly waste disposal techniques. In today's world, there is an ever-growing concern about waste disposal and the impact it has on our environment. Every year, the amount of garbage produced by individuals and industries globally continues to rise, leading to an increasing need for sustainable waste disposal solutions. Our video aims to shed some light on the various eco-friendly waste disposal techniques available to us today. We will explore efficient waste segregation methods and recycling facilities designed to process organic and inorganic waste separately. The audience will learn about composting methods that can help reduce waste and provide a source of natural fertilizer for plants. We will also delve into the world of biodegradable materials and how they can help reduce the amount of waste produced. Our video will showcase the latest waste-to-energy technologies that convert waste into renewable energy, thereby reducing our dependence on non-renewable sources of energy and helping to mitigate climate change. It is our hope that this video will encourage you to adopt more sustainable waste disposal practices and take responsibility for your waste, leading to a cleaner, healthier planet for us all. Eco-friendly waste disposal techniques are essential to preserve our planet for future generations. Did you know that the world generates about 2.01 billion tons of waste annually? That's equivalent to the weight of over 3.7 billion African elephants. And the sad reality is that only 13.5% of that waste is recycled. This means that the remaining 86.5% ends up in landfills, oceans, and other inappropriate disposal areas. The lack of proper waste management leads to air, water, and soil pollution, which greatly affects our health and environment. Fortunately, many organizations and individuals are taking steps to reduce waste and adopt eco-friendly techniques. One of the most popular methods is recycling, which helps to conserve natural resources, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and reduce waste in landfills. Other methods include composting, which can turn food and yard waste into valuable fertilizer, and waste-to-energy, which converts waste into fuel. In addition to these techniques, there are some simple steps we can all take to reduce waste in our daily lives. For example, we can use reusable bags, cups, and containers, buy products with minimal packaging, and donate or sell unwanted items instead of throwing them away. These small changes may seem insignificant, but they can add up to huge reductions in waste over time. Ultimately, the key to eco-friendly waste disposal is awareness and action. We need to understand the impact of our waste on the environment and take responsibility for our actions. By adopting eco-friendly waste disposal techniques, we can reduce our carbon footprint, protect our planet, and create a healthier, more sustainable future for ourselves and generations to come. In conclusion, waste disposal may seem like a simple task, but its environmental impact is far-reaching. It is critical to prioritize eco-friendly waste disposal techniques to counter the adverse effects of pollution, climate change, and natural resource depletion. By implementing waste reduction, recycling, composting, and hazardous waste disposal, we can preserve the environment and promote sustainable living. Additionally, stakeholders must educate the public and incentivize eco-friendly approaches to waste management.
The trailer for this video script begins with a statement about how waste management impacts the environment. It is followed by visuals of overflowing landfills, polluted air and water, and animals struggling to survive in their habitats. The narrator then explains how efficient waste management can bring benefits to ecosystems. The benefits are explored in detail through interviews with experts in the field. They talk about how reducing waste can lower greenhouse gas emissions, conserve natural resources, and protect wildlife. The video also shows innovative waste management technologies such as composting, recycling, and energy recovery. These technologies can turn waste into valuable resources that benefit people and the planet. The visuals for the video are stunning and inspiring. There are drone shots of landfill sites and industrial areas that have been transformed into green spaces or wildlife sanctuaries. There are interviews with community leaders who have successfully implemented sustainable waste management practices that have improved the health and well-being of their community. The trailer ends with a call to action, encouraging viewers to make changes in their daily lives that can contribute to more efficient waste management practices. These changes can include reducing plastic consumption, recycling more, composting food waste, and supporting businesses that use sustainable materials and packaging. By doing so, individuals can help improve the health of ecosystems and pave the way for a more sustainable future. Efficient waste management is crucial for preserving our ecosystems. The management of waste materials from homes, businesses, and industries affects our environment in various ways. Contamination of soils, air, and waterways occur when waste materials are not properly disposed of, leading to severe environmental consequences. According to the United Nations, over 2 billion tons of waste are produced by humans worldwide each year, and this number is expected to increase to 3.4 billion tons by 2050. A study carried out by the World Bank in 2018 revealed that improper waste management and littering in oceans alone have detrimental effects on at least 600 marine species. The accumulation of waste materials in our oceans leads to the death of marine animals and the destruction of aquatic habitats. It also poses a threat to human health, as debris can cause injuries to unsuspecting swimmers and may cause various health conditions if consumed. Inefficient waste management also contributes to climate change, as it leads to the release of greenhouse gases. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, over 37% of methane emissions, a potent greenhouse gas, comes from landfills. Improper disposal of batteries and electronic waste releases toxic chemicals such as lead and mercury, which have adverse effects on the environment and human health. Efficient waste management reduces the negative impact of waste on our environment. Recycling and proper waste disposal methods reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills and decrease the release of greenhouse gases. Waste-to-energy technologies also offer an alternative to landfills, as it converts waste into useful energy. Not only does efficient waste management have environmental benefits, but it also has economic benefits. According to a report by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, the global economy could benefit from $4.5 trillion annually by adopting circular economy methods, including efficient waste management, by 2030. The report states that 80% of waste could be reused, repaired, or recycled with existing technologies. In conclusion, efficient waste management is essential for our ecosystems. By managing waste materials responsibly, we can protect our environment, preserve natural habitats, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The environmental benefits of efficient waste management go hand in hand with significant economic benefits, making it an all-round win for our planet. In conclusion, efficient waste management practices benefit ecosystems in multifaceted ways. By reducing the amount of waste that ends up in landfills, we minimize the harmful environmental impacts of waste decomposition and improve soil and air quality. By recycling and reusing materials, we conserve natural resources and reduce the demand for raw materials. Furthermore, proper disposal of hazardous materials prevents soil and water contamination, which can lead to devastating impacts on wildlife and ecosystems. Most importantly, efficient waste management highlights the role that individuals can play in promoting sustainable living and protecting the environment. We all have a responsibility to reduce our waste and leave behind a cleaner, healthier planet for future generations. By adopting responsible waste management practices and supporting efforts to
The world has been industrialized for over a century now, and almost every aspect of our daily lives is directly or indirectly linked to various industrial processes. Unfortunately, industrialization has come at a high cost to the environment, and industrial waste is one of the most significant threats to our planet. Every year, billions of tons of hazardous and non-hazardous waste are generated worldwide, and much of it is improperly disposed of, leading to dire consequences for the environment. In this video, we explore the impact of industrial waste on the environment and what we can do to mitigate this growing problem. From toxic chemicals and heavy metals to plastic waste and electronic waste, we delve into the different types of industrial waste and their impact on the air, soil, and water systems. We also look at case studies from different parts of the world where industrial waste has caused irreparable damage to ecosystems and human health, and how some communities are fighting back against industrial polluters. Finally, we highlight sustainable practices and technologies that can help reduce industrial waste and promote a cleaner and healthier environment for all. Join us on this eye-opening journey as we uncover the hidden realities of industrial waste and its impact on the planet. Industrial waste has a profound impact on the environment, affecting everything from air and water quality to soil health and climate change. In fact, according to the United Nations, industrial activities are responsible for up to 50% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Moreover, a staggering 80% of all water pollution is caused by domestic and industrial waste, with untreated sewage and chemical pollutants posing a significant threat to aquatic life. On land, contaminated soil and toxic waste can lead to health problems for both humans and animals, contributing to a growing list of environmental health issues. In the United States alone, industrial facilities produce over 7.6 billion tons of waste each year, much of which ends up in toxic waste sites and landfills that fuel the ongoing crisis of environmental degradation. Despite the growing awareness of the negative impact of industrial waste, insufficient regulations and enforcement continue to prioritize profit over environmental protection, exacerbating the toll on our planet and our health. As a global community, it is crucial that we take action to reduce the harm caused by industrial waste, through effective policy, sustainable practices, and much-needed industry-wide shifts towards environmental responsibility. In conclusion, it is evident that industrial waste continues to have a significant impact on our environment, contributing to issues such as water pollution, soil contamination, and air pollution. Despite efforts to regulate and mitigate the effects of industrial waste, the problem persists. It is important for industries to take responsibility for their waste and implement sustainable practices to minimize their environmental footprint. Additionally, individuals can play a role by taking small steps to reduce their own waste and advocate for stronger regulations and enforcement of environmental laws. The consequences of ignoring the impact of industrial waste on our environment could lead to irreversible damage to our ecosystems, wildlife, and even human health. As such, it is imperative that we all take action to address this issue and protect. As the world's population grows, so too does our need for agricultural products. But with this growth comes a significant challenge managing the waste produced by agriculture in a way that protects the environment. The sheer volume of agricultural waste is staggering, with everything from animal manure to crop residues needing to be dealt with every day. Unfortunately, if not properly managed, this waste can lead to serious environmental problems, including soil degradation, water pollution, and even the emission of greenhouse gases. Fortunately, there are new techniques and technologies emerging every day that offer promising solutions to these challenges. From innovative methods for converting waste into energy, to new ways of using waste to fertilize new crops, there are many exciting options to explore. This video will delve into the world of agricultural waste management, exploring the cutting-edge technology and techniques already being used to minimize the environmental impact of agriculture. We'll hear from experts in the field, ranging from small-scale farmers to corporate agro-business professionals, to learn how they're working to manage this vital resource in a way that protects the planet for future generations. Join us as we explore the complex and vitally important world of managing agricultural waste to protect the environment. Managing agricultural waste has become crucial in protecting our environment. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, agriculture is responsible for 14% of greenhouse gas emissions globally. This is largely due to the burning of crop residues and the release of methane from animal manure and livestock farms. In addition to contributing to climate change, improper disposal of agricultural waste can also lead to water and air pollution, soil degradation, and the spread of diseases. The negative impacts of agricultural waste on the environment and public health cannot be ignored, and it is our duty to manage it properly. One effective way to manage agricultural waste is by practicing sustainable farming techniques. By implementing conservation tillage practices, such as no-till or reduced-till farming, farmers can reduce soil erosion and the need for herbicides and pesticides. This not only reduces the amount of waste generated, but also promotes soil health and biodiversity. Another sustainable farming technique is crop rotation, which helps to break pest and disease cycles, improve soil fertility, and reduce the need for synthetic fertilizers. Apart from sustainable farming techniques, proper waste management practices are also crucial. The use of on-farm technologies such as anaerobic digesters and composting can help to turn agricultural waste into usable resources, such as biogas for energy production and compost for soil enrichment. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the use of anaerobic digesters can reduce methane emissions from livestock manure by up to 90%. Additionally, clean water can be obtained from digestate. Investing in infrastructure for waste management is also important, particularly in developing countries where agriculture is the mainstay of the economy. Governments can provide incentives to encourage the adoption of sustainable farming practices, and also invest in collection and recycling facilities for agricultural waste. In the United States, for example, the Agriculture Act of 2014 provided funding for farmers to implement conservation practices and invest in infrastructure for anaerobic digestion and composting. In conclusion, managing agricultural waste is essential for protecting our environment and promoting sustainable agriculture. To achieve this, farmers should adopt sustainable farming practices such as conservation tillage and crop rotation, while investing in on-farm technologies like anaerobic digesters and composting. Governments and other stakeholders should also provide funding and incentives for the adoption of these practices, as well as invest in infrastructure for waste management. Only through collective efforts can we ensure sustainable agricultural growth that supports both people and the environment. In conclusion, managing agricultural waste is crucial to safeguard the environment and reduce the risks of adverse effects on human health. Not only does agricultural waste contain hazardous materials, but it also contributes to the emission of greenhouse gases that accelerate climate change. Therefore, effective waste management practices such as composting, recycling, and bioenergy production must be adopted. Governments must also collaborate with farmers and stakeholders to provide appropriate waste management education and support. At the same time, consumers must also change their habits and support sustainable agriculture practices by buying locally grown produce and minimizing food waste. With a greater awareness of the impacts of agricultural waste on the environment, stakeholders must take a proactive approach towards managing waste, adopting innovative solutions, and making conscious decisions. By working together toward
The world's ocean is currently facing a massive pollution crisis from various forms of waste. Plastics, chemical fertilizers, and other human-made pollutants are entering our waterways and harming marine life. Preventing ocean pollution is essential, and improved waste management is the key to doing so. With that in mind, our video script focuses on how waste management can help protect the ocean and its inhabitants. Through engaging visuals and interviews with experts in the field, we explore the various ways that businesses and governments can improve waste management practices to reduce ocean pollution. From recycling to reducing single-use plastics and implementing better disposal practices, it's clear that there are many steps we can take to prevent waste from entering our waterways. Ultimately, our video stresses that preventing ocean pollution is a collective effort that requires global action. Through cooperation and a commitment to change, we can make a real difference in protecting the world's oceans and ensuring the health and safety of marine life. As our society continues to progress towards a more industrialized world, one of the most significant environmental threats we face today is ocean pollution. The pollution of our oceans has reached alarming levels, with statistics revealing that approximately 8 million metric tons of plastic waste enters the ocean every year. That's equivalent to dumping a garbage truck of plastic into the ocean every minute. Additionally, it has been reported that approximately 80% of marine litter is made up of plastic and is causing harm to marine life, affecting over 700 marine species, including those threatened with extinction. It is, therefore, imperative that waste management is improved to prevent further ocean pollution. By investing in improved waste management, we can reduce the amount of waste produced, increase the percentage of waste that is recycled or disposed of properly, and decrease the amount that ends up in our oceans. It is our collective responsibility to take action now to prevent any further damage to our oceans and protect the marine life that depends on it. Let's work together to ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. In conclusion, preventing ocean pollution through improved waste management is not only the responsibility of governments and organizations but also the individual responsibility of every person. Every person has a role to play in reducing, recycling, and disposing of waste properly to prevent marine pollution. Additionally, advanced waste management is not only essential for protecting the ocean but also for safeguarding human life. Pollution from marine debris and hazardous waste can cause health issues in humans, which is why it is necessary to ensure proper disposal of trash, hazardous and electronic waste. The good news is that many countries and organizations have already taken steps to prevent ocean pollution, but more needs to be done. Everyone needs to take measures to reduce their carbon footprint, minimize waste disposal, and recycle as much as possible. Taking these steps will undoubtedly contribute to the better and sustainable future of our planet. Together we can make a tremendous difference and protect.
The issue of waste is one that concerns us all. With plastic waste alone being estimated to reach a staggering 12 billion tons by 2050, the importance of sustainable packaging is more pressing than ever. And that's exactly what this video is all about, exploring the crucial role that sustainable packaging plays in reducing waste. Throughout the trailer, we meet a range of experts and industry leaders who share their insights into this ever more important area. From the problems caused by single-use plastics, to the innovative new materials and designs that are helping to tackle the issue, this video is a comprehensive guide to sustainable packaging. We also hear from a range of businesses that are leading the way, showing how sustainable packaging can be both practical and profitable. From small startups to large retailers, these companies are proving that it's possible to make a positive impact while still meeting consumer demands. Overall, this video is a call to action for all those who care about the environment and want to make a difference. By showcasing the latest innovations and inspiring real-life examples, it shows that reducing waste is not just a dream, but a reality that we can all work towards. Sustainable packaging is a critical step towards reducing waste and promoting environmental protection. According to recent statistics, over 8.3 billion metric tons of plastic have been produced globally, with only 9 being recycled. The rest ends up in landfills or our oceans, contributing to the ever-growing issue of plastic waste. Moreover, a study revealed that only 14% of plastic packaging gets collected for recycling. This is a clear indication that our current packaging practices are not sustainable, and it's time to make a change. Fortunately, there are several sustainable packaging options available, such as biodegradable, compostable, and reusable packaging. With biodegradable and compostable options, packaging materials decompose quickly, leaving behind no lasting waste. Additionally, reusable packaging promotes a circular economy, which focuses on reusing products instead of disposing of them. Sustainable packaging not only benefits the environment but also businesses. Studies have shown that consumers are more likely to support brands that prioritize sustainable packaging and environmentally friendly practices. Furthermore, sustainable packaging can also reduce supply chain costs, as it often requires less energy and raw materials to produce. In conclusion, the use of sustainable packaging is not only crucial for environmental protection but also a smart business decision. As individuals and companies, we all have a responsibility to reduce waste and promote sustainability. Let's take a step towards a greener future by making the switch to sustainable packaging. To conclude, sustainable packaging is a critical step towards reducing waste and achieving a more environmentally conscious society. By implementing sustainable packaging measures, businesses can minimize their environmental impact, reduce plastic waste, and improve their corporate image. For consumers, the choice to purchase products packaged in sustainable materials is an easy yet significant step towards reducing landfill waste. Sustainable packaging is not a one-step solution to the waste crisis, but it is a vital piece of the puzzle towards realizing a greener future. It is important that manufacturers, retailers, and consumers continue to work together towards developing and adopting innovative, sustainable packaging solutions. Let us all take responsibility for our role in building a more sustainable society by being intentional in our purchasing decisions and supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability. By taking these steps, we can collectively create a better world for ourselves and future.
As consumers, we often underestimate the environmental impact of our daily choices, particularly in the fashion industry. Up to 85% of our textile waste ends up in landfills, emitting harmful pollutants and contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. The effects of textile waste on our environment and communities are far-reaching and complex. The synthetic fibers commonly used in fast fashion are not biodegradable and can take hundreds of years to decompose, if they ever do. In the meantime, these materials release toxins and chemicals into the soil and water systems, causing irreparable harm to ecosystems and wildlife. Additionally, the textiles industry is notorious for its water usage, accounting for up to 20% of all industrial water pollution and depleting our dwindling freshwater resources. Furthermore, the fast-paced nature of fashion trends and consumer demands perpetuates an unsustainable cycle of production and waste. We must take action to address the environmental impact of our textile waste by reducing our consumption, supporting sustainable fashion brands, and investing in circular economy models. It is time to acknowledge the true cost of our fashion choices and work towards a more sustainable future for our planet. Textile waste is a massive issue that continues to plague our communities and the environment. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the average American throws away around 70 pounds of textiles per year. That means that in the United States alone, we generate over 21 billion pounds of textile waste each year. This is a massive problem that is only getting worse as our population continues to grow and our consumption patterns continue to increase. One of the most significant impacts of textile waste is on our planet's water resources. The textile industry is one of the largest consumers of water, and textile waste can have a devastating effect on rivers, lakes, and oceans. The true extent of this impact can be seen in statistics that demonstrate that over 1 trillion gallons of water are used in manufacturing textiles every year. That's enough water to meet the needs of 5 billion people for a year. In addition to water resources, textile waste also affects the health of our ecosystems. This is because traditional textile manufacturing often involves the use of toxic chemicals, dyes, and bleaches. These substances can end up in the soil and pollute our rivers and oceans. Shockingly, it is estimated that up to 20% of industrial water pollution globally comes from the textile industry. The textile waste problem also has significant implications for our carbon footprint. Reports suggest that the textile industry is responsible for around 10% of all global greenhouse gas emissions. This is because textiles require huge amounts of energy to be produced and transported. Furthermore, when textiles are disposed of, they often end up in landfills where they produce harmful methane gas. In fact, textile waste accounts for around 10% of all landfill waste and takes hundreds of years to decompose. Finally, Textile waste also has serious economic impacts. First, textile waste is a missed opportunity for recycling and reuse. Rather than being thrown away, textiles could be repurposed, resold, or reused in other ways. This would create new opportunities for businesses and entrepreneurs and reduce resource waste. Additionally, textile waste is expensive to manage. Municipalities and communities have to pay for the collection and disposal of textile waste, which can be a significant burden on local budgets. In conclusion, textile waste is a problem that cannot be ignored. The environmental, economic, and social impacts of textile waste are too great to be overlooked. However, there are steps we can take to mitigate this issue. Consumers can reduce their textile consumption and opt for sustainable, eco-friendly fabrics. Manufacturers can prioritize sustainability and adopt more circular production practices. Governments can invest in recycling and waste management infrastructure to reduce the amount of textile waste sent to landfills. By working together to address this growing challenge, we can create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable future for ourselves and our planet. In conclusion, it is clear that textile waste poses a serious threat to our environment. The fashion industry, with its fast-paced production and consumption, must take responsibility for its role in generating this waste. As consumers, we can make a difference by choosing sustainable and ethical fashion options and properly disposing of our clothing. Recycling, upcycling, and donating are great ways to reduce our textile waste and extend the life of our clothing.